I always tell the students, whatever you do when you're young, do it.
Jackie Chan, one of the best action stars, specializing in kung fu and so many other fight forms. His legacy is the one to be remembered for generations to come. Born and brought up in Hong Kong, the actor found his success through his roots in kung fu, a form of martial arts that requires more discipline and perseverance than just raw talent. When Jackie says to do what you want when young, he speaks about so much more than just stunts. For each and every person who has come across this quote, and for every viewer watching this video, it could mean something different. For some, it might act as an uncomfortable reminder of the steps they are not able to take. For some, it might be a motivation to do what they have been stalling for a long time now. Jackie, through his quote, emphasizes the importance of doing what you want now. In several of his interviews, he has spoken of some of the most daring stunts and action sequences that he has performed during his early career. When he looks back, he does not have a single regret because he did them while he could. He has a majority of his bones broken so many times, including situations where serious injuries were just a routine thing to him. Although when one is young, the body heals and grows a lot faster as compared to when someone grows old. That is the primary reason he performed his stunts at the time. Apart from being his wish and desire, those stunts were what helped him set himself apart from the lot. Whether it was jumping from great heights or fighting 10 guys at a time, Jackie did it with an unmatched level of perfection and finesses. Again, because he was disciplined, and his body allowed him to move a certain way. All kudos to his training. He always said that I never wanted to be the next Bruce Lee, he wanted to be the first Jackie Chan, and he became it. Coming now when he is almost in his late 60s, and his body has worn out as compared to his younger self, he is particularly careful in what sort of stunts he incorporates in his film. When you read such things about a person, it becomes almost difficult to imagine that this same person might have done something wrong. Often in Hollywood, some aspects of a celebrity's life get overshadowed by their achievements. It all comes down to the ratio of good and bad deeds they have or might have done depending on people's perspectives. Jackie has been secretive about his family since the start, but he was not able to hide what we are about to tell you. A celebrity who talks all about discipline and is so precise in his ways did not turn out to be such a good family man. This is not a statement or a critique given by us, but it is his family, which includes his wife, son, a daughter he disowned, and himself, who accept the fact that Jackie did not do the right thing. It is probably the most controversial opinion and discussion surrounding the actor, which took the internet by storm and put everyone in a state of shock when they found out the truth. I don't know what we're talking about. Stick along to the end of this video as we unravel the shocking revelation made by Jackie Chan's estranged daughter. 1. About Jackie Chan. I want to know what it takes to establish international fame, an Oscar for your work, and leave behind a lasting impact that is remembered by the generations to come. It takes over 150 films and multiple injuries, which include broken bones, cuts, and bruises. Jackie Chan is the name of the personality who endured all this, put in countless hours working, and took the martial industry to a whole new level. Born on 7th April 1954, the family migrated from Hong Kong to Austria in 1960. When he was not doing too well in his studies, his father saw fit to send him back to Hong Kong to study at an opera school. China Drama Academy was one of the rising schools of the time, and Jackie learned acrobatics, singing, and martial arts there. Chan eventually started appearing in minor roles where his role was centric around martial arts. He started The Fist of Fury and Enter the Dragon in 1972 and 1973 respectively. After Lee's unfortunate demise, he started getting more roles because of his expertise in the craft of martial arts and his association with Lee in his movies. These movies were a big hit in the US, which attracted significant attention towards the star. Movies like Shaolin Wooden Men 1976, To Kill with Iron Intrigue 1977, and Half a Loaf of Loaf Kung Fu 1978 put him off on a 1978. Drunken Master in 1978 happened to be a breakthrough for Jackie Chan. The portrayal of Chan's character, from a mischievous martial arts student to one who is learning and implementing a drunken boxing style, combines comedy and martial arts skills finely. This film was a treat to the eyes at a time and set off a new trend within the cinematic industry. This opened up his path for Hollywood, as directors were rightly impressed and attracted by his comic timing and choreography of the fight scenes. He took part in movies like Police Story 21988, Armor of God 2, Operation Condor 1991, Super Cop 1992, and Rumble in the Bronx 1995. After this major success, Jackie boomed in the industry more than ever. Some of his most famous work, Dials Down to Russia, were 1998, and Shanghai Noon 2000. Chan's role in The Karate Kid 2010 is of great significance. He is portrayed as Mr. Han, who is a repairman who is exceptional in the art of Kung Fu. In the movie, he helps Trip Parker while he is being attacked by bullies. He then goes on to teach him and perfect him in the craft. His character adds an emotional depth to the film that forms the crux of the film. After that, he went on to engage in voice roles as well, such as the Kung Fu Panda 2008, 2011, and 2016 voice of the monkey. Jackie has recently turned 70 and mentioned in one of his interviews that he is willing to try on new roles and character breakthroughs. His close friends were also worried at some point about his health, to which he ensured that he was fit and fine. In 2016, Chan was awarded an honorary Academy Award in 2016. With all the love that has been showered on Jackie, he has this to say for his fans: "I've been in the entertainment business for 62 years and I cherish every moment because I'm lucky I'm still filming today." What we just told you is one of the parts of Jackie's life that is rather glamorous and enough to overshadow the mistakes he made on the way. With multiple awards and global stardom, fans are often shocked when they get to hear that a star like him did something terrible that put his marriage and career in jeopardy. So much so that people find it hard to believe in the first place that he could do something like this. And we are not the ones calling it a mistake. The superstar has addressed this himself. Let's get to the main point of discussion in this video. What actually happened between Jackie Chan and his daughter? 2. Did not accept her from day one. Now, there might be a lot of confusion when it comes to Jackie Chan and his estranged daughter estranged. While some believe that she was thrown out of the household at the age of 17, others speculate that Jackie was not happy with her being a lesbian. It's time to debunk the myths and speak facts as to what happened, and when did it happen. Indeed, Jackie Chan could not accept the fact that his daughter is a lesbian, but this is also true that he did not take her from day one itself. The same goes for her mother, who Jackie claims to be nothing but a meaningless fling and a mistake. Here's what happened. Jackie was married to Taiwanese actress Joan Lin, and they had a son together named JC Chan. However, it was in 1998 that rumors started erupting of Jackie being involved in an extramarital affair with the beauty queen Elaine Nanjiale, who at the time was 19 years younger than him. We're not sure if the affair was supposed to be kept under wraps, but it came out anyways in 1999. When Jackie confirmed that Elaine was pregnant with his pregnantos Richard, Jackie was in a tough spot as he had either of his legs in 2 different boats that were drifting apart rapidly. The question was whether to save his career and respect, which earned over the decades, working rigorously since he was 5, or to save whatever was left of his marriage with his former wife Lynn and son JC. He came out in the open at a press conference and mentioned, "I'm not a saint. I've done something wrong. I've done something that many men in the world have done. Maybe it was a moment of playfulness." Jackie's memoir came out in 2015, which was titled Never Grow Up. In that, Jackie had a couple of other things to say about his affair and daughter. He acknowledged the whole scenario as a serious mistake and said, "When the news broke about an affair I'd had that resulted in a child, the media frenzy was like a bomb going off. I wanted to phone Joan, but I didn't know what to say. I wouldn't be able to explain this. It wasn't a mistake I could just fix by saying sorry. If you think this is bad, it gets worse." Jackie recalls expressing feelings of deep remorse and guilt to his wife then and asking for forgiveness. The son was equally upset about it, but there was nothing that could have been done to reverse it. He mentions that his wife and son forgave him for the sake of what relationship they had left with him, but it made things awkward for the time being. Post that he saw fit to cut any sort of contact with Elaine when she was announced pregnant, and it was confirmed as well. While Jackie's daughter estranged was born on November 19, 1999, Jackie had nothing to do with her, and did not even acknowledge her as his daughter for a prolonged period of time. Instead, he refused to admit the fact that he even had a daughter in the first place, and did not entertain any questions regarding the same in front of the media or interviews he went to. Following the same, he did not provide any sort of financial aid or assistance to Elaine or Etta once she was born. It was soon enough that Etta's photos went viral being Jackie's daughter. Netizens and many others were shocked to see Jackie, who was the owner of $400 million and living a rather lavish lifestyle that many could only dream of. And her daughter, on the other hand, who moved from Hong Kong to Canada when she was kicked out of her own home and was seen standing in queue at her all. Multiple questions flooded the internet as to what was going on and why. It left the audience confused as to why was Jackie letting this happen in the first place. While Jackie was clear in his verdict right from the start, Etta had a few things to say as well, about her ongoing condition in an estranged relationship with her dad. She said on a news channel in 2015, "He is my biological father, but he is not in my life. I will never regard him as a father. As long as I have my mother with me, I don't need my father." It was in 2017 when Etta took it to her Instagram handle declaring she was a lesbian. During the same year, she met her girlfriend Andy Autumn, and both of them got married shortly after. Etta said, "We have been pursuing happiness since the day we were born. Abused as children who never felt love, we have so much to give." These statements offer an insight into the complex emotions that she found herself being tangled in. But before this, she attributed it all to her parents, and especially her father, being upfront about blaming him for her current condition. In a YouTube video released in 2017, she said, "Hi, I'm Jackie Chan's daughter, and this is my girlfriend. We've been homeless for a month due to homophobic parents. We pretty much slept under a bridge and other things. I don't even understand what's going on because we've gone to the police, we've gone to the hospital, the food banks, LGBTQ community shelters, and all of them just don't give a shit. So that's why we're making this video, because we don't know what to do at this point." The video received mixed opinions from the public in general and her mother Elaine. The public was outrageous when they got to know that their childhood hero was a homophobe and did not accept his daughter the way she was. They even went ahead and threatened to boycott all the work he had done. Jackie, like always, did not have anything to say about it. or rather he chose not to say anything about it, as he did not want to encourage the speculations and intervention into personal matters anymore. Elaine, on the other hand, said, "I feel that if they have no money, they should go find work. They shouldn't film a clip telling others they are broke and who Eda's father is. People all over the world work hard and don't rely on someone else's fame to get money." Elaine's last statement somewhat resonates with a different group of people who walk the same thought, that Eda just made the video to get some attention and bring his dad out in the open, targeting him to break him down and get the necessary financial assistance at last. However, this is far from what happened. In October 2002, another photo of Eda was released where she could be seen standing in line at a shelter waiting for her turn to get soup. On this, she said, "Life is blissful now and there is no need for outsiders to worry." 3. A hired daughter. Now, it was during the controversy around the relationship of Jackie and his daughter Eda that a storm was stirred up on Twitter which swept people off of their feet by surprise. A video went viral where Jackie could be seen seeing a flashback video of his younger days as a stuntman. In the emotion-packed video, he and his supposed daughter, the teenage girl, can be witnessed talking about times when Jackie used to be much younger and did all of his stunts on his own, till the time his body could take it. After that, both of them could be seen with teary eyes and hugging it out to make each other feel better. While the scene is excellent, people mistake her for Jackie's actual daughter and think that the controversy and fights between them have ended for good. But this was certainly far from the truth. The movie revolves around Jackie, whose fight videos go viral on social media, and he becomes an overnight sensation. In the same film, Liu Haokun is cast who played the role of Jackie's daughter. The whole scene was posted on Twitter as the teaser for his new film. The only mistake was that there was no context of a movie mentioned anywhere in the post. This is what some of the Twitter users said about the video. Jackie Chan and his daughter crying while watching some of his old movie scenes is the most wholesome thing you'll watch today. Thanks for our childhood legend. The tweet got almost 400,000 likes and a staggering 90,000 retweets as the audience was overwhelmed with emotion over what they saw. However, another user was quick to clarify the confusion and tell everyone the truth. The tweet said, "What's crazy about this clip is that this isn't Jackie Chan's daughter, she's a hired actress. Jackie Chan disowned his real daughter, Ida Ningchok Lam, in 2017 for being a lesbian. She and her wife have been experiencing homelessness since. Jackie Chan is worth $400 million. Despite the truth being out, it took people time to understand what really happened." 4. What about the mother? While everyone points fingers at Jackie for abandoning his daughter due to being a lesbian and called a mistake by her own father, no one questions the mother. What about Elaine? After all, she did not consider her a mistake. So previously in the video, we talked about how Eda was okay with having a mother and not needing a father while she was by her side. So what went wrong and why isn't no one questioning Elaine's role in abandoning Eda for good? Let's have a look at things from two perspectives and attempt to understand where it all went down the drain. So Eda was raised by a single parent, which was her mother, while her father did not even want to acknowledge the fact she was her daughter. This factor alone was enough for her to go through feelings of abandonment and feel emotionally burdened. Additionally, Jackie was surrounded by the media and public 24/7 because of his work and reputation. As hard as the actor tried to keep the daughter and his extramarital affair a secret, it was of no good. This put her under even more pressure as she was being targeted and being talked about when the press did not think of her condition for even a second. On top of that, Elaine adopted a rather strict approach to parenting, where constant nagging and beating was a thing. It escalated so much that in 2015 Eda called the cops on her for physically and mentally torturing her. Elaine, on the other hand, simply denied the charges and her only excuse was that I was just being a strict parent. While this did not do much to Elaine, it definitely created a rift between the mother and daughter, adding fuel to an already burning relationship. It was shortly after in 2018 Eda had to leave her mother as well, and this is when the video about her being isolated and thrown from home came out. There she explicitly mentioned that she was in this condition because of her homophobic parents who did not accept her from day one. Elaine's career and reputation, on the other hand, were impacted severely due to the scandal. Post-pregnancy and after cutting all contact with her daughter, she was not associated with Jackie as well, and shifted her focus from both of them for good. Between a war that the parents were fighting at their own level, Eda was left alone to deal with battles not suitable for her age. Her different sexuality and parents who were an utter mess just fueled the situation to an extent where she had to leave them eventually and live in poverty. 5. Relation with his son. Earlier in this video, we studied in detail about Jackie's equation with her daughter Eda. But what about his son JC? Does the father and son duo pair well, or are there any troubles there as well? The short answer would be YA. But then no harm in understanding the events that led to this. JC was born on December 3, 1982 in Los Angeles, California. Being brought up in a privileged environment, he got to experience the benefits of being the son of a renowned Hollywood personality firsthand. While things were okayish at first, It soon turned the other way around, and the tensions between the father-son duo were visible to the public. JC followed his father's footsteps and made an entry into the industry as an actor and a musician. However, the amount of recognition, fame, and respect he received from the public was not even close to what Jackie received during his initial debut. The duo starred in a film together called 1911. The film anticipated a massive amount of collection at the box office, and the public as well was excited to witness the their father and son action. However, things did not quite turn out as expected. It was Jackie's 100th film, but at the same time it was labeled as the worst film in his acting career with the least amount of profits earned, as compared to any of his previous movies. The kid felt the pressure when he came out in the open in a 2009 interview. JC said, "I'm lucky to have a dad who is really famous, but people don't really know me for who I am. They just know me as Jackie Chan's son. The hardest part for me is to let people know what I'm really capable of doing on my own." More than that, Jackie has expressed a fair amount of guilt about not being very present as a father during JC's childhood. In his memoir, which came out in 2015 titled Never Grow Up, he said, "I've said in interviews that I've done well by a lot of people, but not my own family. That I haven't been a good father or a good husband, but I did my duty to my son and his mother. I didn't see much of my family at all. If you ask me now if I regret this, I'd say yes." In the same memoir, Jackie recalls intentions towards his son when he was born. He said, "I didn't much care what he looked like. I wanted to make sure he was healthy." One of the key factors that contributed to Jackie being missing from his son's life at a very early stage is because of his packed schedule, which gave him little to zero window for taking out time for his son. He recalls the time, as he mentions, when he was a kid, he could only see me around 2 a.m. I took one look and saw that my son was double bonded too, which pleased me to no end. Only then did it sink in that this baby was my child, and then nothing else mattered. While these instances hold a deep-rooted importance in Jackie and JC's lives alike, it does not point to anything major. Don't get us wrong, but famous celebrities like Jackie Chan and many others do miss out on their kids' childhood or other important events due to prior work commitments. But what happened in 2014 that made Jackie so furious over his son that they did not even meet for a significant amount of time? It was around the same time when JC was arrested in Beijing, China, under the charge of possessing drugs. A pretty serious allegation and an even bigger crime that put him on the mark of several news channels and the press. It was a matter of time only when Jackie was dragged into all this, and some form of connection between the two with regards to the incident would be established. After all, Jackie Chan was known all over the world, and how could JC, someone who comes from such a reputed family, commit an act like possessing drugs, which could allegedly destroy all that his father built over the years? Sources confirm that JC in fact did possess and distribute marijuana, as a result of which he had to spend 6 months in the local police station behind bars. After the arrest was made, Jackie made the following statement: "When I first heard the news, I was absolutely enraged. As a public figure, I feel very ashamed as his dad. I'm very sad and disappointed. You've done something wrong and you have to be responsible for the consequences. I'm your dad and I'll always be with you. We will face the road ahead of us together." This created troubles, but at the same time it acted as an opportunity for JC to mature and develop as a person. Jackie had been the ambassador of China's anti-drug goodwill since 2009, and his own son being involved with something he had fought for a long time was hard for him. It was in 2015 that JC was out of prison, and it was after that he met his dad. Jackie said, "I hadn't seen him for too long. I feel he's matured this time. We didn't talk about unhappy things. It was all family chat. We talked into the night and didn't sleep." After a point in time, all of this was behind them, but JC continued his struggle to make a name for himself. Jackie gave it away in an interview where he said, "My son will not be inheriting any of my wealth after my death. If he is capable, he can make his own money. If he is not, then he will just be wasting my money." Another incident that Jackie recalls is booking first-class tickets for himself while traveling, but getting his son an economy-class ticket. Jackie said, "You have me as a dad, but other people don't. They have to fight their own battles. When you get to sit in first class because of your own hard work, that's success." Jackie's behavior is directed towards making his son independent and teaching him the value of hard work and hard-earned money, which will ultimately push him to find his path. Now, there can be mixed opinions about the same. Some might think that this is the best form of parenting. Others would disagree. What do you think about Jackie's parenting style? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. That was all from our side. What do you think about the whole Jackie, Elaine, and Eddie situation? Or was there anything in this video that you were already aware of before watching it? Are you a die-hard fan of Jackie Chan and his work? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you liked this video, drop a like and share it with all your friends. For more such content, click the subscribe button as we throw out new videos with more such fascinating content. Turn on all notifications so that you never miss an update from our channel.